Hey everybody, welcome to Big Valley Living. We are going to make something that I just recently tried and I can't get over it. Hi Leo buddy. I made keto tacos. So it's just basic tacos and Leo likes the smell of them. What we're going to do is make our basic taco meat that we also use for chili. Then we're going to make shells out of shredded cheddar cheese in the oven. They are so crunchy and delicious. And what I want to do is just get started because it's been a long day at work today and I am ready to have dinner. So on the stove here, I turned the burner up to 6 and I have a non-stick skillet. If you like this skillet, I'm telling you guys, this is so awesome. I use it all the time. I have a link to Pampered Chef below and you should check it out because it's easy to clean and you can use metal or plastic. I've just turned it on. This is 1.5 pounds of ground beef. And the reason that I'm using 1.5 pounds is that we'll probably use 1/2 pound, maybe a tiny bit more than that tonight. But I can take the rest of it and put it into a freezer safe bag and remove as much air as possible and either throw it in the freezer for later for like a really quick dinner, like the zucchini taco boats or chili or something like that, nachos. And so I'll kind of do double duty right now. I'm going to start with one thing for dinner tonight and carry it for another time. While it's heating up, I need to break it up. So I'm just going to use this chopper. This is really handy. I had it for like 10 years before I actually broke it out and used it. Then I just wondered why I hadn't used it. Okay, so we're going to break that up. And before it really starts browning, I'm going to be adding some spices. It's just starting to sizzle. And at this point, I am going to go ahead and add the spices that I want into this meat, okay? This is 4 cloves of garlic that are crushed. Friends don't let friends use garlic in a jar, okay? Remember that. This is fresh pressed garlic, grown and harvested in the United States of America. Then I'm going to take a medium onion that I've cut up. You can cut this into any size pieces that you want. There you go, see how that looks? It's gonna cook down, so but you don't want too big of chunks. Now I'm going to use some chili powder. There's 1 tablespoon, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, we like spice. I'm going to put an equal amount of cumin. Now you can reduce or increase the amount. This is probably about enough. Now I know there's garlic in there, but I want a salty flavor and I don't just want plain salt. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of garlic salt. And then you can put in black pepper to taste, okay? This is probably about 8 cranks of fresh black pepper, ground. Maybe it's a 1/4 teaspoon, nothing major. You can hear that it's cooking. So I'm going to mix it back together. And while that begins to cook through, we're going to prepare the cheese tortillas. I prepped everything tonight before we started, so I shredded 10 ounces of cheddar cheese. This is a medium cheddar cheese. And I'm making these shells out of 1.5 ounces of cheese each. So that equates to about a half of a cup. So I put that in there. You want to get it just a little bit packed together, not crazy, okay? And then I'm using a silicone mat on a cookie sheet. Leave room between them so that as they spread out, they have room to roam. Now, while everything's cooking, and it's cooking very quickly, just so you know, that's why I pre-diced my tomatoes and my onions and everything. What we're gonna need for the shells when they come out of the oven is a way to form them into a shell shape. So what you need to do is make sure you have at least 2 of the same height of glasses or jars. So for demonstration purposes, I'm just showing you that I have 2 glasses that are the same height, 2 coffee mugs that are the same height, or 2 canning jars that are the same height. And as you can see, these are about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch wide. That's gonna give you a decent bottom base when they firm up a little bit and then become your shells. I got these from Truly Tailor Designs on Etsy, so I will have a link down there for you. But I don't want to get this dirty, so I'm actually going to flip them over so that the cheese doesn't stain the words. Okay, it's been just under 20 minutes, and I want you to note that the color of the cheese is just starting to turn dark orange, okay? You need that color to be changing to indicate that it's crispy. This is really hot. So now what we're gonna do is let that sit and cool just for a minute, and I mean 1 minute. If you don't wanna wait for 20 minutes at 350, then go ahead and put your oven at 400 and start watching it at about the 8-minute mark. It should be done between 8 and 12 minutes. The meat is looking wonderful. It has a deep color. You could use a taco mix if you want from the store, but if you saw the ingredients I had, I might do a video on our like 15 favorite spices in the house, because we can make virtually any mix that you find at a grocery store for pennies compared to what you get there. And you have more control over your flavor. Now, another note that I want to make. You could use ground turkey, ground chicken, you could use some of the corn crumbles, that's more of a vegan option, or firm tofu, and just spice it all the same way. So you're not limited to ground beef, that's just what we prefer. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn off the stove, and we're gonna go ahead and get all of what we're gonna fill our tacos with, and we'll see you in a minute. I'm gonna take one of these lovely crispy shells. Oh my goodness gracious. And I'm gonna, I want to note that when we buy lettuce, we bring it home and we wash it and dry it right away, okay? Then we put it into a Ziploc bag with some paper towels in it to keep it fresh. Now, this for me is, you normally put maybe lettuce on top of your taco, right? This is gonna keep juices from dribbling out and getting really messy. So in this case, these are actually pretty good sized tacos. I usually make them a little bit smaller. So I put in about 2 tablespoons of the ground meat with the flavorings on them. And I am going to just top them with freshly diced tomatoes. You could put raw onions on here. You could add cilantro, chopped cilantro, or or avocado. But I like to keep them simple. And then I'm just gonna put a drizzle of hot sauce on there. Another thing you could add to it would be some nice lime juice, because who doesn't love lime juice on their tacos? I just happen to not have any lime juice at the ready, and your taco is your business, okay? So here we go again. I'm gonna make 3 of these. And I'm gonna be so full, I'm probably gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I'm gonna take the leftover taco meat once it cools down, and I'm gonna put it into a freezer safe bag and put it away for another time when I want to have a very quick dinner. We have several recipes using this exact same meat mixture and I will make sure that you have that link. Look at these. My goodness gracious. You just can't get a prettier taco than this, right? Even if you're not doing like a keto type of diet, this is a really fresh change, and I highly encourage you to give it a shot because it just changes everything up, you know? And sometimes we just need a tiny change to brighten up our day. Okay, a little bit more tomato. I'm saving the rest for JJ because he's gonna make flour tortillas. And there we go. Wow, come on now. Who doesn't want to have that? Okay, moment of truth. So I just want you to look in there. This is so good. I really had no idea that it would be this good. So if you are a crunchy taco lover or you're on a keto diet, which I am starting, make sure that you try this at least once. You won't go back, I think, because this is better than the old-fashioned corn tortilla. Thank you for visiting Big Valley Living. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Give it a like. The like really helps us more than you think it does. And consider subscribing to our channel because we're going to be doing more really fun recipes like this. So, the moment of truth, I'm going to tip these over and give it a bite, okay? That's good. Thanks again, everybody. We appreciate you stopping by Big Valley Living. Until next time.
See you later, everybody.
Be kind.
Yeehaw!